Well, good evening, and I welcome you here to Center for Spiritual Living, Reno. I welcome you to this second week in which we hold the consciousness of peace for our friends, known and unknown, in Ukraine. And so for the month of March, we are committed to doing this, to standing as the two or more from the Bible passage, where two or more are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst of them. And if they shall agree upon a thing, it shall be done unto them. So this is what we stand in agreement for. This is what we come together to say, yes, peace, that we stand for this country and for the presence of peace. Our friend, Reverend Barbara Leger, who now resides in Redding, California, but has served as the spiritual leader in our CSL that is in Ukraine, they call it Temenos, gave us an update this past week on some of, I will call them our people there. And this is sort of the highlight of some things that she said in that email. She said, these are Barbara's words, that our board president, Ira, who is a licensed prayer practitioner, is serving as both practitioner and leader to her extended circle who shelter together, keeping spirits up for the non-science of mind folks and keeping spiritual focus with her immediate family. Our bookkeeper, Luda, also a licensed prayer practitioner, is holding ground at the office and her home, handling all logistics to keep the money we send flowing to where it is needed, and answering phone calls throughout the day from people who are terrified. What they are trying to do is make real clear choices rather than feel like victims and hopeless. They know they struggle with this and realize that if they can fall into this kind of de-energizing fog of paralysis and fear, then what must it be like for people with no spiritual training? And so my takeaway from this gives me more to pray for them. Praying for peace is our ultimate prayer, but my prayers have included this week specifically knowing for them clarity, for them to know what to do, how and when to do it, to know that they are led and guided and to make the best choices and decisions for themselves, their families, and their countrymen. President Zelensky, their courageous leader, I know is in the light of truth, also knowing what to do and how to do it. I pray for the Ukrainian people to feel loved and supported by God and by the rest of the world. And so in this clarity for which I pray for them, it is about the clarity of seeing the good in the world, seeing the good for themselves, allowing themselves to be pulled by the vision of something greater. And that's what we come together to know for them, to see the vision of peace and what is possible. So beautiful. I wish you could have been here earlier when Gary and I were just talking about all of this and some of the things that we were realizing within ourselves about this whole situation. And what I know is that our prayers make a difference. They absolutely do. And as we commit to these prayers of peace, we are creating with millions of people around the planet, that we are creating this great energy and power that will turn this around, I know, that will reach a tipping point, and we will have peace. I know that. I was turning to Ernest Holmes in The Science of Mind this afternoon to get clear myself about this idea of clarity for these people and wondering what I would do if I were in their situation. One of the things that Gary and I were talking about is how important it is for us to tap into that empathy that is within us. Because what's lacking on the other side is a lack of empathy. So it is so profound and important for us to experience the empathy with these people and what they're going through, but not in a place of pity and not in a place of feeling terrified ourselves, but recognizing this struggle and this plight that they are going through, and that by our consciousness that we know that we can lift them out of it. That's what we do when we do prayer. I found this thing that I have read before in the Science of My textbook, and it felt like what I wanted to share with you tonight. He says in the middle of this chapter, our part is to be ready and willing to be guided into truth and liberty. If in the making of demonstrations it becomes necessary to change our mode of living, then the law will point the way and we will follow. Our correct choice will be part of the working of the law. All doubt and fear must go, and in their place must come faith and confidence. For we shall be led by the Spirit into all good. People often say, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to make a choice. We must realize that there is an intelligence within us that does know. This guidance is just as true in India as it is in America. It was just as true 10,000 years ago as it will be, 10,000 years hence. So we know that our prayers, we can pray for each other in this room, and we expect a result. What we learn in Science of Mind, what we learn about prayer, is that distance doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how far away someone is. What's true here in the room for us is true for our brothers and sisters in Ukraine. So for them, we know the consciousness of peace, that we express that, we experience that we experience a consciousness of peace. And so from the back, he also has these meditations for self-help. And if you just maybe close your eyes and listen, that some of these are so beautiful for what we're doing. And it's a place for us to turn to know that truth and to know that peace that is God. Be still and know that I am God. I am still in thy presence. I am quiet and peaceful, for I put my trust in thee. A great stillness steals over me, and a great calm quiets my whole being as I realize thy presence. The heart knows of thee, O Most High within. It is still in thy presence, and it puts his whole confidence to thee alone. In thy presence, I am still. Greater than fear is love. Love dissolves all fear, casts out all doubt, and sets the captive free. Love, like the river of life, flows through me and refreshes me with its eternal blessings. Love cannot be afraid. It is fearless and strong. It is mighty in its works. It can accomplish all things through the inner light of that faith in the all-good, which fills my very being with a powerful presence. Thank you. Thank you. No harm shall befall you, my friend, for a divine presence attends your way and guards you into the all-good. Loving kindness awaits you at every turn of life's road. Guidance is yours along the pathway of experience, and an infallible power protects you. God Himself and no other is your keeper. I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. I will not be afraid, for the all-good is constantly with me and is always near at hand to guide and comfort. There is no evil in the truth, and no power of darkness to hinder the light from shining. I will not be afraid, for there is one within who protects and keeps me from all harm. Let's take all of this into prayer of knowing the highest good. Will our prayer practitioners stand, please? So in this room, as we have spoken our word for peace, because we know that peace is the heart of God, that peace is not just something that God does, that peace is what God is. And peace is realized only through and as us. And so this night, as we come together, whether watching us online or in the room, that we come together as one community, as one solid place of love, the love that is God. And so tonight, I ask for that presence of life and forgiveness within me to let my heart see the truth of this situation, to let my heart be so big that I am able to forgive, and forgiveness is at the heart of peace. So as I speak these words in the first person, I speak on behalf of all of us, and I speak also for this peace in our beloved country of Ukraine, that we stand with these beautiful people. We stand for peace. We stand for love. And right now, I know that a miracle is happening in the minds and hearts of the people who haven't had an intention of no good. That something is happening in the minds and hearts that is greater than anything, that is this power of love and healing and peace that sweeps over and allows peace to come through. I bless President Zelensky. I bless all the people of Ukraine. And I know that they are guided, guarded, and protected. They are led and know just exactly what to do, when to do it, how to do it. That they are surrounded by people who love them and are helping them, supporting them, and being in such great high service to them. We look for the good and we praise it. We look for the kindness, the loving kindness that is all around. that is the greater truth that we see here. We look for the good in these families, and we bless our beloved center, Tamanos, and know that all our friends and colleagues know how much they're loved. So with all this good that is in this room, that is gathering up this great, great impulsion that is peace, that it takes off around the world, and we allow to know that this is a tipping point and that peace is the truth of who we are. Each of us is an instrument for peace. Each of us sows kindness and love. We are grateful for how these prayers that we commit to are making a difference. We are grateful for the revelation of the miracle of peace that is breaking out. From this place of gratitude and singing hallelujah, which is a sign and a sound of gratitude, let us know this. Let us know this for this country and for our planet. Release this prayer into the law, knowing that it is done. And we say with acceptance, we say together, and so it is. So we are leaving tonight, as before we leave, I should say, let us stand and say our prayer of protection. I want you to imagine, I had a picture. Could we show that picture of the Ukrainian children in the school that Barbara has taken? Look at those little faces. This was taken a year ago, but this is who we are knowing peace for. So as we say our prayer for protection, I want you in your mind's eye to see a man or a woman or a child, or all of them. You can go back to the prayer, Christy. And as you can envision them in your mind's eye, just like we can see each other, I want you to say this prayer to them. The light of God surrounds you. The love of God enfolds you. The power of God protects you. The presence of God watches over you. Wherever you are, God is, and so it is.
Sing this with me as we go back out into the week. Make it your prayer and your intention. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument of peace. Beautiful. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument of peace. Where there is hatred, where there is hatred, I will love. Where there is sadness, where there is sadness, I will bring joy. Where there is darkness, where there is darkness, I will shine. I am an instrument of peace. I am an instrument of peace. Yeah. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument of peace. Right, here we go. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument of peace. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument. Make me an where there is sadness, where there is sadness, I will bring joy. Where there is darkness, where there is darkness, I will shine. I am an instrument of peace. I am an instrument of peace. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument of peace. I am an instrument of peace. Make me an instrument of peace. Make me an instrument of peace. Good night.